Right. Yes, this channel is dead, but I like to resurrect it sometimes when I'm bored. So join me on this quick look at the new game WARPATH. So the reason I checked this game out is because the advert hits hard. Like, I don't ever click on ads or sit through them, I just rapid tap the skip ad button until the 5 seconds are up. But this one I actually ended up watching a full ad and actually downloaded the thing because I was so impressed. Most mobile game ads are usually someone with half a brain cell failing at a game saying, it's harder than it looks, or 99% can't get past level 2 with nonsense statistics they've pulled out of their ass. And I get it, stupid kids fall for it and will download the game to prove they can solve this puzzle, but still, nothing angers me more. And half the time the advert doesn't even use the game it's meant to be advertising. How many different versions of this damn match-free game have you seen? They've advertised it as anything but a match-free game in every ad for it. Oh, this looks interesting. A puzzle game where you have to slide poles out in the correct order to get him through a maze? Nope, match-free. Oh, this game looks quite good. You have to help him get out of cement using different tools and he'll actually react differently depending on the tools you use? Oh, nope, match-free. Oh, how about a 2D perspective? Nope, match-free, bitch. Thankfully, if you ever wanted proof that there is a god, I have it here in article form, where the BBC reported that the game's ads officially got banned for being misleading. This unfortunately hasn't stopped the bulk of mobile game advertising, however. So, back to WARPATH. Whilst this advert still doesn't actually give you any details about the game that they want you to download, they've definitely made a brilliant short film. Literally, if you took out the WARPATH logo at the end, you could easily pass this off at film festivals as a gripping short war epic. There's some stellar transitions and story bites rammed into the full 5-minute trailer. Like this scene where a heroic last stand leads to this soldier being shot multiple times. The camera then zooms right through his bullet wound to a picture of a younger him, with his parents clutching it after receiving the news of his death. There's bombs, tanks, dogfights, and it ultimately builds to one last rush from both sides going over the top into no man's land, with the final 2 soldiers shown throughout the video ending each other's kill streaks. They then stay there, each propped up by the other as their commanders stare each other down. Cue the title card and cue my interest being fully piqued. So a few clicks later I have the game on my phone and... oh no. Oh no, this looks very familiar. If you've played Mobile Strike, that mobile game that used Arnold Schwarzenegger heavily in all its promotional materials, then you'll know what this game is about. I know this is a bit of a tangent to be talking about a completely different game in a review for WARPATH, but bear with me, it does tie in. So Mobile Strike is a freemium MMO war strategy game, where the main goal is to have a formidable army and take over the global control point or something. You achieve this by collecting resources to upgrade your base, training your troops, adding different facilities to your base. There's a whole bunch of real-time waiting to upgrade stuff as well. And I'll be honest, whilst there's not really much to the actual game, it's just upgrading stuff, you can then upgrade more stuff. It was actually pretty fun to begin with and I got quite into it. It's kinda like Animal Crossing, but with more post-traumatic stress, I guess. You also start off your base next to other newbie players, so I was able to upgrade my base fast enough to be able to attack them and take some of their resources. I was feeling pretty badass. The game also factors in spawn killing, so for the first 24 hours or so I believe, you get an impenetrable shield to keep stuff safe from invaders. But it doesn't take long until you hit the paywall at about level 10. And I've seen pay-to-win games that aren't too in favour of paying players. For example, Fear Online. It had a pay-to-win system. You could buy more powerful weapons than the free users, but you could still kill them just like any other player. It only gave them a slight edge. Here though, the game caters to the top and only the top. I remember joining an alliance and the guy in charge of it was spending hundreds on the game a month. Just whatever the latest pack was, he'd buy it and divide resources with the rest of us. It was insane. And if you join the game today, you can buy the catch-up pack for only £73.99. And even that won't help you against those who've been playing since day one. Do I have to remind you this is a mobile game? Also, if you aren't strong enough to contend for the world domination endgame, then the only thing you can do is level up your base. So what's the point in paying to do it faster? I remember I'd only gotten to about level 20, if that, and I was already having to either wait 7 full days for stuff to upgrade, or use time skips. So this game definitely isn't intended to be played for free. It's a trap of a game that only exists to pressure the players at the top of the leaderboard to pay for upgrades or risk falling behind. So, with that rather lengthy tangent out of the way, I'm sure you can guess what I have to say about this game. Now, don't get me too wrong, this is definitely an improvement, but not much of one. WARPATH was produced by none other than Lilith Games, aka the guys behind Rise of Kingdoms and AFK Arena. If those games sound familiar, it's because they have a pretty aggressive marketing campaign that I could go on a whole other tangent on, but we'll refrain for this video. It starts with a very basic press this, then this to accomplish this tutorial for quite a while to give you a feel for the game, which in turn will have you build bases, train troops, and collect resources. All very familiar. There's voice acting in this too, and it's pretty well done. And to be completely fair, they've done a good job making the game look good, at least for a mobile one. The menus are a bit cluttered at times, but still fairly intuitive, and the slight animation they give to the characters looks really nice. And there's multiple chapters too, which help split things up and make you feel like you're accomplishing something. Although I love how I got a notification that my base had been destroyed. I had to be relocated, and then my next chapter was called Quiet Before the Storm. Ah yes, let me just pick up this burning rubble and corpses whilst you tell me how things are a bit too quiet at the moment. It also feels more like a game as there's a campaign mode with its own little story to go with it. It's nothing overly in depth, you press the place you want your troops to attack and yeah, that's about it. Whether you win or not is pretty much tied to the level of your vehicles and the troops, and that's about it. But it's still idle fun. The main story is essentially the world versus the Ravens? The Ravens Death Division. Oh yeah, Raven! That famous European country, how could I forget? It's a strange choice considering the game trailer had Nazi paraphernalia in it, so I assumed this was a straightforward World War II game, but I guess not. This did have the immediate effect of pulling me out of the game's world, as instead of following potential soldiers and being able to link their lives to the ones that actually did fight in World War II, instead I've got these fictional, caricature, one-dimensional characters that may as well be fighting off the Decepticons with the realism it conveys. I just hate the Death Division as an enemy, as they're very in-your-face, over-the-top evil. Like there's skulls on their tanks and everything.
Have you looked at them?
What? No. A bit.
They've got skulls on them.
And all their dialogue is the same bland evil schlock. Raven rules the world. Riveting. Unfortunately, I know exactly where this game is heading, and it's already starting to show the exact same tactics Mobile Strike used. For example, if you want to generate resources or research different things to unlock higher level troops and tanks, then you better be ready to either wait or use time skips to speed up the process. Time skips that are handily available as an in-app purchase, I might add. And already I'm waiting well over an hour to unlock something, and everything's taking a lot more resources to build, so it's just going to mean more time waiting. There's plenty of packs to buy to help skip ahead, but soon that's going to be the only way to gain significant levels. One telling thing about this game is the reviews. The early reviews are actually pretty favourable, saying how they've only just started enjoying the game so far. But the longer the games have been played, the worse the reviews have gotten, as people realise how much of a cash grab it is. It's also quite unforgiving. In the very short time I spent with this game, I had to relocate my base 3 times as it got destroyed by other players. And of course that just eats into your resources even further. Please, do yourself the favour and don't waste your time on this game. The best you can get is passing a few hours in a mildly interesting war game before getting bored. The worst outcome is becoming addicted, paying hundreds upon hundreds on various boost crates to overcome the obstacles that only exist to make you buy those boosts. These companies don't care about the free users. Hell, they're probably not even that fussed about users who occasionally buy packs. No, they're targeting mobile game whales who will spend all their money on this game as often as possible. If you're looking for a decent war game on mobile, then I'd suggest Company of Heroes. It's a bit pricey for a mobile game sitting at £13.99, but considering that's basically the price of one small booster in WARPATH, I'd say it's worth it for an actual real-time strategy war game. It plays and looks similar to the campaign segments of WARPATH, but with a lot more in-depth mechanics and a levelling system not tied to your credit card. I'd say it's worth a shot. Well, there you have it. Sorry it's short, but I refuse to dedicate a lot of time to this game. I just wanted to get this video out there while this video is relevant. If you'd like to see more honest reviews of mobile games, Raid Shadow Legends anyone, or just want me to go back to SV fan games, let me know in the comments below. See ya!